Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is a 908th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Just to say, this battle is fought on one of our new custom maps, and what a battle I've got for you today. A very, very diverse battle. If you look across this map, you'll see it's got slightly undulating ground in some places, but really for all intents and purposes, it's a pretty flat map, really. But as I say, you can see it's undulating just in a few places there. We've got a big rock over here, and you'll see quite a bit of higher ground there. If you wanted to form up, say, your archers on there for more range or something like that. So, as I say, this is one of our new battle maps here, and I think playing on custom maps kind of adds even more to the battle there. And of course, you've got the woods there for any barbarian troops that you'd like to bring. Okay, our first teammate is someone who's called himself OTD Chimmerzig, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now, I think he's got something like 10 or 11 pikes, he's got 5 archers, and I think he's got 6 cavalry there. You can see he got 7 upgrades on his pikes, an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. And just look at the length of those pikes, like we've said on many battles before this. Enemy troops got to fight all the way down those pikes to kill the man on the other end. And there you are, he's got his companion cavalry there, 7 upgrades on, experience strike, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, these guys are sometimes called the winged horsemen because of those winged things on their helmets. And remember, these guys got a 9 charge bonus. You've seen what Praetorian cavalry can do with a 6 charge bonus. Well, these guys got a 9 charge bonus, so watch out for them during the course of the battle. And of course, the bulk of his army are hiding in the woods at the moment there. Okay. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Fesen, who has bought an experimental Britannia army. Now, he has got 11 chosen swordsmen, 4 head hurlers, 1 druid unit, and 4 chariots there. Okay, so quick look at his chosen swordsman. You'll see straight away he's put 8 upgrades on them, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Remember, these guys have got excellent morale, like urban cohorts, and with good upgrades on, you would be surprised on how tough these infantry are. Okay, and then we've got the infamous head hurlers. Okay, now remember that modern Britannia armies usually consist of 14 head hurlers and 6 maximum upgraded chariots. But remember, these head hurlers have got devastating firepower, but if they haven't turned the battle in their team's favour by the time they've thrown all their heads, then all you've got is 14 light infantry. Okay, so make no mistake, mind, they've got devastating firepower and they can literally destroy enemy armies. But like I say, if they run out of heads, they're just light infantry. You see they carry the heads on their belts there. I thought that was an interesting thing that Rome Total War has done there, showing them carrying the heads on their belts. And then, of course, you've got the druid unit there for extra morale. Now, as I say, the chosen swordsmen have got excellent morale anyway, but to bring a druid unit just to kind of, if you like, pump up the morale there as well, I think that's a really good tactical move. And then he's got the infamous chariots. Now remember, Britannia's got 2 lots of chariots. They got the heavy chariots with 3 points for, I think, 580 denarii with 3 hit points. But these guys are barbarian warlord chariots. They're over 1,000 denarii, but they've got 5 hit points. And I would recommend that you bring these barbarian warlord chariots because those 5 hit points really do make a difference in battle. As I say, the heavy chariots are only 580, but you just get 3 hit points for them. So that's Fesen's experimental Britannia army. Be interested to see how he gets on with that. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Antiope. Nice to see Antiope back on Rome Total War. And Antiope has got just 8 infantry, 6 archers, and 6 cavalry. Yes, just 8 infantry. Now, is that enough for the modern 31k battlefield? Well, we're about to see. You'll see that Antiope's infantry has just got gold shield, gold attack on. Now, I'd have thought with just 8 infantry, there might be better upgrades than that. But we just have to see, which tells me that Antiope spent the money on the cavalry. There you go, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. That lifts this cavalry out of the elite bracket into the super cavalry bracket. But the question I would ask all of you is, does 6 fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry make up for just 8 infantry? What do you think? Okay, you've got the 6 archers for that additional firepower there, but only 8 infantry. We'll just have to wait and see as the battle unfolds. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan commander, who's unusually bought a Greek city's army. And I have got 13 Spartans and 5 archers. Okay, 13 Spartan units and 5 archers. And you'll see here that I've got 4 long-range elite Cretan archers. And I've got 1 medium-range, just a cheap archer unit as well. But it all adds to the firepower that this Greek city's army has got. You can see I've got gold shield, gold attack on that archer unit there. So there's our team, a very diverse team here. You've got Macedon with Scorpion King. You've got Britannia with Fesen. You've got Rome with Antiope. And you've got Greek cities with myself. It's got a potential to be a cracking battle, and I really hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have Brotherhood member Demon. Now Demon has got 3 archers, 12 infantry and 5 cavalry. Okay, that would be a tried and tested Demon army there. Notice the battle formation there, unusual battle formation, and he's got his 3 archers at the back. Quick look at the upgrades on his infantry. He usually brings quite good infantry. There you are, 7 upgrades on his infantry, and experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack. I'm thinking he may well have mixed upgrades on his infantry though. There you are, some of his infantry have just got 4 upgrades on, because they're forward units. I'm guessing gold defense and maybe a bronze attack. And his cavalry have got 7 upgrades, and experience, strike, gold shield, gold attack on his cavalry there. So that will be a tried and tested Demon army there. Okay, their next teammate is Brotherhood member TR. Now TR has unusually bought the Spanish faction. He's got 4 slingers, 12 kind of mixed infantry, 1 dog unit and 2 cavalry units. Okay, you might have noticed that TR is bringing a lot of different factions lately. Now he's got slingers out the front there. These are just a basic slinger unit. I think they're medium range there, but he's also got his elite slingers, the Balearic slingers. These guys got long range, got good rates of fire. Remember, slingers have got 40 slingshots. You notice how they carry their slingshots in the pouch on their belt? Okay, and they carry their actual sling in their hand there. So just to let you know, slingers have got 40 slingshots, and archers have just got 30 arrows in this game. Okay, and there you are. You've got a mixture of light infantry there, look, with this Scutari, I think it is, this Scutari infantry there, at the forward units of his battle formation. And then he moves on to his heavy infantry here, which includes the bull warriors. I'd just like to show you something you might find interesting here. Look at their helmets. Can you see the bull horns holding the sun? Okay, Spanish warriors worshipped the bull god and the sun god. So there you are, let you see, you've got the horns of the bull god holding up the sun there of the sun god there. Just something you might find interesting. These guys can throw pilers, but they are very, very expensive for what you get, really, I think. And then you've got the other heavy infantry here, the naked fanatics. They call them naked, but as you can see, they are not quite naked. These guys are heavy infantry. Once again, not fantastic infantry, really. But it'd be interesting to see how TR handles them during the course of the battle. And here he's got his cavalry general there, general armoured bodyguard unit there. And I think if I remember, he's got a dog unit. There you go, warhound unit there as well. So as I say, as usual, when TR brings a little known faction to 31k, he is very diverse with the units that he brings in that army. The next teammate is Brotherhood member Naacal. Now Naacal's got 12 pikes, 6 chariots and just 2 archers. He's got 8 upgrades on his pikes there, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. And like we talk about in many of our battles, just look at the length of those pikes that the enemy have got to fight down to kill the man on the other end. Here I thought was quite unusual. He's got his general. If you look at the upgrades, you'll see his general is fully upgraded, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. But he is in the forward element here. Can you see that? There's his general there, look. And he's kind of like in the forward elements there of those Seleucid pikes. Maybe it might have been better to have put the general in behind his pikes there, but this might be an experimental army. And only 2 archers. Remember, the Seleucid archers are very short range as well. And there you already got the chariots. Now remember, these got the big attack specifications, big fear factor, but if they run amok, they start killing friend and foe alike and become a menace to both friend and foe alike. And I would say that if you're not confident or competent with chariots, you really need to think whether you want to bring them or not, because when they start chopping down your allies troops when they're in amok mode, you can become unpopular quite quickly. And as I say, he's got 6 chariots there, so he needs to be very careful, I think, with the way he uses them. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Royer 35. Now he, get ready for this, get ready, okay, 17 effective against armor chosen axemen and 3 berserkers. Yes, 17 effective against armor chosen axemen and 3 berserkers. Oh my gosh. And I think he's got 8 upgrades on most of his units, on his axemen there. And as I say, remember these chosen axemen there with their effective against armor axes cut wide swathes through heavily armored troops like Roman infantry. And remember, these guys have also got excellent morale as well. And with those upgrades on, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And of course, they're hiding in the woods. And of course, he would like to fight in the woods there so that he gets the woods bonus. Don't forget that. So once again, a very diverse team we're fighting here. We got Rome there with Demon. We got Spain with TR. We got the Seleucids there with Naacal. And we have got Germania there with Royer. So as I say, this is really the battle of the diverse here, as you will see as the battle unfolds. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, you'll see that Scorpion King has advanced his archers and some of his pikemen forward there. And you'll see that he is now targeting the Seleucid archers. Okay, now the Seleucid archers, no matter how many upgrades you put on them, are very kind of medium range. Their specs are very poor. And if you notice here, the Seleucid archers are not even in range of any of the Macedonian units there. And so those Cretan archers would just shoot those Seleucid archers to pieces there. And once they've shot the Seleucid archers to pieces, they can then concentrate on the pikes. You see, Scorpion King got 5 of his pike units out there, but he got the rest of his pike units hiding in the woods there. So that's a good tactical move there, keeping the enemy guessing a little bit there. And also he's got those pikes out in front of his archers to protect from any lightning cavalry attack as well. And as I say, these elite Cretan archers there will really be making the most of those Seleucid archers there that can't even get in range of them there. So those Seleucid archers are just being shot to pieces without being able to fire, a single arrow back because they're out of range. Can you see? That's an 81-man unit been reduced to 42 already without even firing a single arrow. And if you notice there, can you see that Scorpion King is on slightly higher ground as well there? So you can see there that, as I say, this unit is just literally getting shot to pieces by those Cretan archers there. Here you can see Antiope has got the SBQR archers set out as well. You'll see that Fesen here at this stage of the battle is moving his Britannia army over towards the Macedonians. He may well be looking for a woods bonus there for his infantry, because remember, Britannia being a barbarian faction will attract the woods bonus if he fights in the woods. Right, can you see Scorpion King has now switched to fire arrows now? Just look at the volume of those fire arrows coming in on these poor Seleucid archers there, who were just, as I say, literally getting shot to pieces here as those fire arrows hit. Can you see as the fire arrows hit the ground here, or there's an arrow lit on fire, as the fire arrows hit the ground, can you see they cause little fires on the ground there? And if you notice, as the fire arrows hit these unfortunate Seleucid archers, you'll see that the archers catch fire just for a few seconds. There you are. Can you see them burn as they go down on the ground? They get hit by the fire arrows. I was surprised Scorpion King actually switched to fire arrows there, because fire arrows do less damage but cause morale drops there. And over here on our other flank, on our left flank there, you'll see that I've moved my Spartans forward with my very old-fashioned, out-of-date Greek cities battle formation there. I'm going to move my archers forward behind my Spartans. You'll see that Antiope is moving that SBQR infantry forward as well, and archers as well there. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of movement going on at the moment here. And over here you'll see that TR, being the good teammate that he is, look, has brought over a slinger unit, his cheap slinger unit there, look, hoping to attract expensive Cretan archers' arrows there. Okay, that's why he's bought that cheap slinger unit over there in open order. And you can see there that he's actually in range there, look, so he can actually range in on those Cretan archers there. As you can see, the arrows coming down on them there. You can see TR moving more infantry across now to try and support his Seleucid ally, but he needs to be careful there because those Cretan archers could easily start targeting his infantry as well. 5 Cretan archers, that's quite a few archers there. Here you can see Antiope here moving the SBQR army slightly over to our left centre there. Pause the game for a second. So here you can see I'm bringing my archers forward. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not looking to target the enemy archers here. Okay, what I'm looking to do is target these big 121-man pike units. Okay, these big 121-man Seleucid pike units, very susceptible to archer damage. And if we can target them, then obviously we'll weaken them before we even get into combat. So that's what I should be looking to do with my archers there. Target the pike units there, just to weaken them before we even get into hand-to-hand combat there. And you can see there, remember that's a 121-man unit. There you can see the arrows starting to come in on that unit there. And as I say, I'll be looking to weaken those units before we get into pike on spear battles there. Right, as I say, you can see TR here has now moved a lot of his Spanish units over here on this flank. Now remember that Royer has got 17 chosen axemen and 3 berserkers hiding in the woods there. Okay, there you are. He's just starting to move. And remember, as soon as you move a unit in the woods, they're no longer hiding, and he is now moving the massive chosen axemen with their effective against armor axes out there of their hiding place. And of course he's got the 3 berserkers in amongst them as well. So make no mistake about this. Unfortunately for him though, he's facing the Macedonian pikes, and we know that pikes and spears kill barbarian troops quite quickly. Now, if these 17 chosen axemen and 3 berserkers were facing a Roman army, I think, you know, I'm pretty sure there that they would take out a heck of a lot of Roman infantry there. But actually facing Macedonian pikes, you know, I just think it's unfortunate the faction that he's facing here with this particular army. There's his berserkers there. Always remember when you use it, I think berserkers arguably are the most powerful units in the game. That's why we only allow 3 maximum in our games. But also there he looks to fight in the woods, look, because he wants the woods bonus as well. So if he can fight in the woods, that's what I said, he would like the woods bonus there. And I say over here you can see TR has moved his Spanish troops forward towards the Macedonians here. The Seleucids, as I say, oh there you are, you got the Balearic slingers of TR targeting the archers as well there. So TR is trying to help out his Seleucid ally as much as he can. Antiope has brought some more archers over here as well. So archer wise, I think, you know, with our elite archers, we're you know, we have got an advantage there. Right here you can see I'm using my archers now on to try and, as I said earlier, weaken those Seleucid pike units. There you are, you can see that's a 121-man unit been reduced to 70. I may well start concentrating on another Seleucid unit now just to weaken that as well. So as I say, I'm not really, you know, bothered about targeting their archers there. It's their infantry that are susceptible to archer fire that I'm concentrating on there, and in this case the Seleucid pike units. Okay, so there you are, you can see those 17 units of chosen axemen running forward, look, but he's going to run into a wall of Macedonian pikes, so the last thing he wants to do is to try and attack those pikes head on. Okay, he doesn't want to, he definitely doesn't want to do that. Even though he's going to get the woods bonus, he knows that his troops would die quickly on those pikes. As I say, he's unfortunate here to be facing Macedonian pikes. I mean, look at the length of those Macedonian pikes. They would kill those Germanic troops before they even got anywhere near the infantry on the other end of the pikes there. So as I say, poor old Royer there was just unfortunate with the faction that he was facing in the woods there. But here you can see TR being very aggressive with his infantry here, charging into those Macedonian pikes. Remember, when you face pikes, you don't really want to take them head on. If you can, you want to get in behind them. If you can, you know, put a unit to pin and hold them where you get units in behind them, that's a good tactical move there. But Scorpion Kings are very good with pike units here. You can see TR there, as I say, he's brought, I think, the bulk of his Spanish army over. Plus, you've got the Seleucids of Naacal there as well. Looks like they're going to try and hit the Macedonian pikes of Scorpion King. And, of course, don't forget these Germanic axemen here with their effective against armor axes. There, it'd be interesting to see how Royer is going to use those during the course of the battle. Now, over on this flank here, you can see on the left flank, I've got my Spartans facing Demon's Roman army, okay? So he's my target there. And then any Seleucid pikes that are there that I've weakened, then I don't mind taking them on as well. So that's my target there. If you notice here that Fesen has got the bulk of his Britannia army at the back here. Now, I'm guessing he's putting those that army there so he can move to wherever he's needed with his Britannia army there. Okay, remember though, I think this is the first time that Fesen's ever used Britannia, so he's going to be new to that faction. Okay, can you see this cavalry unit aiming for one of my archers? So I'm going to run my Spartans forward there, and that cavalry unit will definitely back off there when it sees a Spartan battle formation moving towards it. Okay, but as I say, at the moment my archers are concentrating on the Seleucid pike units there, just to weaken them, as I say, before we get into any combat. There you are, it says 121 man unit now reduced to 44 men. So what I think I should do now is now switch to another Seleucid pike unit to weaken that. Okay, you'll see Antiope is taking the bulk of those SPQR infantry over to the other flank, because you've got Seleucids, Spain and Germania facing poor old Scorpion King here. Okay, can you see these three Seleucid pike units? Make no mistake, they're going for Scorpion King's general. Okay, you see Scorpion King's general there. Now, maybe what Scorpion King should do is back that general unit off, up pikes and run away there, because even though Macedonian pikes have got better stats than Seleucids, there's three Seleucid pike units heading towards his general unit there. Now here you'll see that Antiope has got those SPQR archers shooting into the flank of those Seleucid pikes, but here can you see several Macedonian pike units are starting to rout. Okay, so here can you see all these units here now, look? They can run through there and get in behind the Macedonian pikes. They've opened a gap up there, look, where they can get in behind the Macedonian pikes now with the Spanish troops and those Seleucid troops as well. And if a Germania general brings his army over here as well, he can get in behind them as well. Okay, there's other pike units in the woods there of Scorpion Kings, and don't forget he's got cavalry as well. Okay, can you see that Seleucid chariot unit has located the Macedonian pikes there? Remember, when an enemy unit gets close to your units, if your units are hiding in the woods, the moment that enemy unit gets close, you are exposed then, and you're no longer hiding. But as I say here, the enemy troops looking to make a breakthrough there. But as you can see, Antiope being a good player there, he will Antiope will bring those infantry across there to support Scorpion King there. As I say, my target here is Demon's Scipii army and those Seleucid pike units that are here as well. When I'm ready, I should run in there and attack them. There you can see the Britannia army of Fesen. By the looks of it, he's not quite sure where to take his army there, but my thoughts here is may as well go to the right, because poor old Scorpion King's facing three armies there: Spain, Seleucid and Germania. You can see that Antiope has seen the danger, and that's why Antiope has taken those SPQR troops over there. You can see the Balearic slingers of Spain still shooting those slingshots into us here. You can see several Macedonian units have now been routed. Oh my gosh. We know that Macedon hasn't got very good morale. Now the general's been routed, so that is very, very bad for Macedon here. Another Macedonian unit here has been routed. Look, and the enemy troops, to me, look like they want to get behind those Macedonian pikes there. Or they might turn all their fire onto Antiope's infantry. Remember, Antiope only had 8 infantry. So they may well decide to do that. Here you can see Scorpion King marshalling his archers there. Good tactical withdrawal there, so he can still use them from a distance onto enemy troops. Remember, all these enemy troops here, the Seleucids. Oh, that's a Macedonian general. Remember, all the enemy troops, the Seleucids, the Spanish and the Germania troops are all very susceptible to missile damage. So those Cretan archers of Scorpion King there could cause a lot of damage to them. As I say here, you can see Fesen bringing his Britannia army over here to help Antiope and Scorpion King on our right flank and right centre. Right, here comes the Germanic Axemen. Okay, but they're winded already. Can you see that? They're already winded. So, as I say, barbarian stamina is not very good. So, you know, you need to handle them with care. It wouldn't surprise me if he released his berserkers over this side to go for Antiope's SBQR units there. Watch these 3 berserker units. As I say, it wouldn't surprise me if he activated them now. There you are, to go to Antiope's Roman infantry. There you go. So all 3 of those berserkers have now been activated, and make no mistake, they are going to smash into Antiope's SBQR troops. Just look at the way they smash those Roman troops up in the air with their effective against armor maces. So you got 17 effective against armor chosen axemen and 3 effective against armor berserkers, with all the fear factor that they're bringing as well to destabilize enemy troops. Right, there's a lot of Spanish troops just been routed here with a combination hit of Macedonian cavalry and Macedonian pikes there. Look at all those Spanish troops that have just been routed. Remember, Spain unfortunately has not got a lot of morale. So they say it gets smashed and crashed by those cavalry and pikes there. They probably, you know, you can see they're going to rout. Okay, you can see here that Demon's brought his cavalry over here as well to help his allies. So at this stage of the battle, I don't think things are looking very good for us. What do you think here? I just think those berserkers have been released. As I say, you got all those effective against armor axemen there. But as I say, my target here over on the left flank is Demon's entire army, plus there's 5 Seleucid pike units over here as well. So I'm going to look to target them. But all the time with my archers, I'm weakening them. You can see Antiope's got a couple of infantry units to help me out. Now Antiope is taking the bulk of the cavalry over to the other flank here, because as I say, things not looking very good. Remember here that those berserkers have just got you know, effective against armor maces. It's the fear factor they bring, taking morale away from enemy troops. Oh my gosh, it looks like Fesen's infantry could mass rout here. He's positioned them in a way that they're going to get smashed and crashed. Oh my gosh, and you can see those chosen axemen moving in, the berserkers moving in. You got the cavalry of Demons smashing into them as well. Make no mistake here, there could be a mass rout of the Britannia army here. Just look at the impact of that cavalry and those axemen charging in. Oh my gosh. There you are, you can see the Britannia general has been routed there. Remember, Britannia hasn't got very, you know, barbarian troops in general haven't got very good morale there, and you can see there that the the general of Britannia has been routed. And make no mistake, the Germania troops here, backed up by those Scipii cavalry here, are really charging there. You can see that Fesen charges chariots in here, but going up against those effective against armor axes, you'd be surprised on how effective those axemen are, especially with the good upgrades they've got and being so many of them as well. Those chariots, I think, will be routed. But just look here, you can see a lot of Britannia troops and a lot of Antiope's SBQR troops also have been routed at this stage of the battle. Okay, so over on our right flank here, both Antiope and our Britannia ally Fesen here seems to have, after a fierce fight, had a lot of their units routed. And only at the moment, I think the Macedonian pikes and the Macedonian archers and cavalry are the only thing that's holding our right flank at the moment. And just look at all these enemy troops moving towards our Macedonian ally there. Oh my gosh. And you can see Scorpion King there. I mean, those Macedonian pikes are pretty good. And as I say, he's got cavalry there as well to support his pikes. And of course, he's got his archers there shooting into all these enemy troops. But at this stage of the battle, I don't think it looks that good for us over on the right flank and right centre. Let's say Scorpion King has got his archers in close tight formation for more impact and more damage. And remember, all those enemy troops there are all very susceptible to archer damage. Okay, at this stage of the battle, as I say, you can see here that most of Fesen's army has been routed. There you can see he's charging the chariots in there. And I think a lot of Antiope units have been routed as well. Antiope's still got cavalry left there, which will remember those cavalry units are fully upgraded. But remember that these berserkers here, they're now, because they've gone berserk, they're out of their general control, and they would chase after the nearest enemy unit. So kind of like if Antiope took their cavalry units all the way over there, look, towards the sea, those berserkers may well follow them over there. Now, bearing in mind, berserkers are arguably the most powerful units in the game. To actually draw them away from the main battle is a good tactical move. You don't see it done much these days, but in the past that used to be done a lot in regard of berserkers. Right, so as I say, here you can see I'm getting ready to attack Demon's Scipii army there and those Seleucid pike units. Oh my gosh, that's Antiope's generals just been taken out by those effective against armour chosen axemen there. But just look at our allies' troops there that have been routed and are now leaving the battlefield there. And just look at that mass of Germanic chosen axemen there, all starting to move towards Scorpion King's Macedonian troops there. You can see Scorpion King charging in cavalry and pike units in there. Nice aggressive move there by Scorpion King. He's got some light lancers in there as well as his heavy companion cavalry, as you can see. He's really charged them in there. He knows that those Spanish troops' morale's not very good. And also, can you see that Antiope has charged those cavalry units in as well? Great combination there of Macedonian troops and Antiope's cavalry there to sandwich those enemy troops. Great teamwork there by both players. You can see that Berserker unit charging in there as well. And make no mistake, Berserker units will chop up cavalry as they will chop up infantry as well. There's that Berserker unit going in there, look. You can see, don't forget that Antiope's cavalry is fully upgraded. But even fully upgraded cavalry get chopped down by Berserkers, look. You can see they were chopping down some of those cavalry units. As I say, you can see the chosen axemen there being moved towards the Macedonians now. Whether the enemy troops will decide to leave the Macedonians and move over to attack my Spartans, we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, pause the game for a second here. So over here, you'll see there's an Amok chariot. Can you see that Seleucid Amok chariot? Now luckily for both teams, it's a long way away. It's just chopping down routing units there, so that's good news. The last thing you want is one of those Amok chariots to be near your troops. That would be pretty poor there. I can see some Britannia troops are rallied. There's another Amok chariot there, look. Okay, as I say, I think both teams have been lucky so far to avoid those Amok chariots, but we don't want to get them anywhere near our troops. Right, so over here now I've decided to engage the Scipii infantry of Demon there, and you can see I've charged my Spartans straight in there. I ran in there with my spears up, and when I made contact with the Scipii infantry, I put my spears down, and I'm now charging in. Now this is a good move by Demon. Can you see how he's got units in behind my attacking troops? It wouldn't surprise me if he brought units in from this flank as well to attack the rear of my attacking Spartans there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is keep the bulk of my Spartans moving forward, but also turn Spartan units to face a threat on each flank of my battle formation there. If you notice there, can you see I'm changing direction there with my Spartans there to face the threat of enemy troops coming in on my flank. You can see Fesen there has got his head hurlers. He may well bring them a little closer. Remember, head hurlers are short range, so they need to maybe get a bit closer there to get the full impact of those effective against armour head hurlers there. But they might be blocked by being hit by chariots. Okay, I can see Seleucid chariots of Naacal coming in there, and these guys will be on skirmish mode, and you notice they're running away from the chariots. So they haven't had a real chance yet to really concentrate their effective against armor heads on enemy troops. As I say, here you can see I've got my Spartans, the bulk, pushing forward, but I've also got Spartan units on the end of my battle formation there, trying to neutralize the attack coming in on my flanks. As I say, you can see the head hurlers here. They really want to get in close to throw their heads, but those chariots of Naacal really making them run there. And you can see the archers here of Demon, and make no mistake, they will be targeting the head hurlers of Fesen there, and the cavalry of Antiope there. So as I say, the enemy troops that chariots may well smash into the back of my Spartans there. We just have to see. But as I say, I've decided to attack over here on our left flank now. Can you see here the berserkers there chasing after Antiope's cavalry? Now, as I say, if Antiope took that cavalry over towards the sea over there, Antiope could draw those berserkers away from the main battle. And as I say, you don't see that tactic used that much these days, but it used to be used a lot back in the day. But here, can you see the enemy troops have decided to leave Scorpion King's Macedonian pikes alone and move over here to attack my Spartans? Can you see that? It seems to be a team tactic. I see the Seleucid, Spanish and Germanic troops are all headed in my direction. And Scorpion King here now is running his pikes and cavalry forward there, because he can see the danger that's coming towards my Spartans there, and he'll try and catch up and draw their attention. You can see that Fesen there has got some rallied units that have come back into the fray, and I think Antiope has got some units there as well that have been rallied. So they'll be trying to race into the back of the enemy troops, but make no mistake here, it looks to me like the enemy troops have decided they're going to come over and attack my Spartans there. And there's a lot of their numbers there as well. Okay, so here you can see those chariot units in behind me are taking out the head hurlers of Fesen. And as I say, it wouldn't surprise me if those chariots smashed into the back of my my Spartans there. You can see those chariots going in there like a bang as they smash into the back of my Spartans. But remember, spears and pikes do kill and rout chariots quite quickly there, and that chariot unit has been routed. But you can see here, I think all of Fesen's head hurlers have basically now been taken out by enemy troops. This is a nice hit by Antiope's cavalry. Look, bang. Oh, that's the Scipio general died there, but Antiope just smashed into the back of those two Scipio units in a hammer and anvil attack. My Spartans being the anvil and Antiope's cavalry being the hammer there. Right, I'm now going to bring these units over to kind of neutralise, if I can, this massive attack of enemy troops moving towards me here. You see all those Germanic troops. As I say, barbarian troops have not got a lot of stamina, and it wouldn't surprise me if those Germanic troops were actually exhausted. It wouldn't surprise... There you are. If you look at those Germanic troops there, if you notice, can you see exhausted? Right, so we know what that means. Their morale's going to be very low, and the battle proficiency, the way they actually fight the battle, will also have dropped off the edge of a cliff. They are at their worst possible stamina state that they can be, exhausted. And as I say, that's a problem with barbarian troops. They just haven't got stamina. And now they're going to come up against my Spartans, where some of them are fresh, some of them are just warmed up here. So it'd be interesting to see what the enemy troops are going to do there. As I say, you can see Scorpion King bringing his Macedonians over here to try and help. You can see the rallied units of Antiope and Fesen coming over as well here. As I say, they've cut my Spartans off from my allies at the moment. But these berserkers here, look, are attacking these enemy troops here now. Can you see there's an archer unit of Antiope? As I say, if Antiope took that archer unit all the way over there by the coast, those berserkers would probably follow them over there and take them away from the battle, which is just, you know, just what you want, really, isn't it? The most powerful units in the game being taken out of the battle there. That's pretty good. As I say here, I'm moving my Spartans over here towards the enemy troops that are coming in on me. There, we've just routed the Scipii general unit there. I think all the Scipii troops have now been routed. I think all their infantry have been routed now, and possibly all their cavalry as well. There's an axe unit that's just charged into my Spartans there. But you can see my Spartans with spears there, just killing those troops there as well. Okay, so as I say, you can see Scorpion King's cavalry and infantry approaching the troops. Oh my gosh, that's Fesen's general's just been taken out. That's bad news for us. It's taken a general morale bonus away from us there. You can see I'm concentrating on the Seleucid general now. Remember that Seleucid general was maximum upgraded, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. But my Spartans have got the numbers there, look. Can you see how they're moving in? And remember, those Spartans got 2 hit points as well. So I think that Seleucid general unit is holding quite well, but the casualties that that unit's taken, it wouldn't surprise me if it's going to rout pretty quickly now, with just a number of Spartans that are moving in on it there. There you go. You can see the Seleucid general there, look. He's running now. He's been routed, so we've taken away the general morale bonus there. Here you can see the Spanish troops there. There's the Germanic troops, look, attacking the Macedonian pikes there with Seleucid pikemen as well. I mean, it looks to me that they're really trying to finish off Scorpion King's infantry there as best they can. That they're getting units in behind him there. Oh my gosh. Look at all those enemy troops now could get in behind those Macedonian pikes. That could possibly be a real problem. Now here is an Amok chariot. Look at this Amok chariot. This Seleucid Amok chariot chopping down his allies' Germanic axemen there. You see what I mean about how unpopular you can become when your Amok chariot starts chopping down your allies' infantry. Just look at that. Look at the scythes on the wheels of those chariots, just chopping down his allies' Germanic troops there. Make no mistake, make absolutely no mistake, Royer will not be very happy to see his allies' Amok chariot chopping down his effective against armour axemen. And as I say, that was a good example of what an Amok chariot can do to his allies. Okay, so here you'll see I'm moving my Spartans there. I've up spears. I'm running fast now over towards the enemy troops. What I'd like to do here is engage those Germanic chosen axemen there. Oh my gosh, you can see some of Scorpion King's Macedonian units starting to rout. Oh, there's another Amok chariot there. I hope it doesn't hit its allies' troops there. That could be... no, it's not. That's good news. Pulling away there. And over here you'll see that Scorpion King has routed a large amount there, 4 units of those chosen axemen there. He auto-attacked with his archers there, and he brought cavalry in as well. Took those units out. Remember, those Germanic troops are exhausted. So, you know, they are at their absolute worst stamina state you can be on Rome Total War. Here you can see a lot of Seleucid pikes starting to rout. But it's those Germanic axemen now. I'm going to up spears and chase after them and try and get them now. As you can see, up spears, run forward. Most of my units, as I say, are warmed up or fresh even. And I'm going after those exhausted Germanic axemen there, as you can see. And you can see Scorpion King's running one of his royal pike units in there as well. And you can see my Spartans running forward there. And I'm just going to crash into those Germanic troops with my swords there. I'm just thinking the momentum of an attack here might cause those Germanic troops to rout as they are exhausted. Pause the game for a second here. So there you are, the Germanic general's gone there, and you can see all our troops charging in. Now over here, can you see those 2 berserker units? As I say, arguably the most powerful units in the game have just been chasing down routing units. Look. As I say, they just go after the nearest unit, whether it's routed or whether it's not routed, they just chase after it. And luckily for us, they've just left the whole battlefield. Look, they left where the main battle was, just chasing down routing units. So that was a bit of luck for us, I think, to be honest with you. And over here, I think, as I say, those Germanic axemen are all exhausted. So it wouldn't surprise me if we got a mass rout of those Germanic axemen now as we come into contact with them. There's that cavalry. I bet it smashes into those Germanic axemen there like a bang. That cavalry smashes in there. And there you are. Look, those units will all rout, as I say, because they're exhausted. Their morale will have dropped like a stone. And as I say, their battle proficiency will be at the very worst that it could be there when they're exhausted. So it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. Oh my gosh. You can see here that, if I'm not mistaken, I think all of Antiope's army and all of the Britannia army of Fesen have been taken out. Yeah, there you are. I think all of Antiope's army, cavalry and infantry has all been taken out. And as I say, I think all of Fesen's army has been taken out as well. So that just goes to show how tough this battle was there. You can see that. Oh my gosh. You can just see that. There you are. Yeah, all of Fesen's army and all of Antiope's army have been taken out. And bearing in mind that Antiope have fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry, it just goes to show what a grinding down battle this was. You can see that TR and Demon have still got some units left. They will be shooting into us there. And you can see that Scorpion King, I think he might have one pike unit left. Apart from that, he's got cavalry and archers left. So there you are. I think he's got, as I say, one pike unit left possibly, and just his archers and cavalry. So it just goes to show what a grinding down battle this really was here on this right flank and right centre. And as I say, you can see TR there has still got some of his Spanish troops left, but with the fire arrows coming in, it wouldn't surprise me if TR kind of admitted defeat. There you are. TR has just admitted defeat there, and no point in carrying on at this stage. So as I say, it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle. If we go all the way over here on this left flank, do you remember I was concentrating my archer fire on the Seleucid pikemen there? Can you see all this line of Seleucid pikes there, men dead there? They were all killed by my archers. That's how much I weakened the Seleucid pike units before we even got into hand-to-hand fighting. And here's where I hit the army of Demon there, the Scipii army there with my Spartans. As you can see, there's Seleucid units were brought in as well. I remember the head herders of Fesen brought in as well, but they were kind of taken out before they could really concentrate their fire. Over here that you can see another part of the battle. As I say, it is quite a spread out battle. It looks to me like wherever you look you can see dead bodies, can't you? Wherever you look over the battlefield here, it seems like that. There's another bunch of dead there. Look, as we move across the battlefield over here, this is where of course Scorpion King's Macedonians there, helped out by Fesen and Antiope, had a massive battle over here on our right flank and right centre. As you can see, just look at the dead there. Oh my gosh, just look at all that dead there. A heck of a lot. I can see a heck of a lot of Scipii, was it, or no, sorry, probably Britannia troops there. I think that's where they were caught. Over here you can see another massive battle there in the woods. As I say, I think Royer would have liked to have kept his Germanic troops in the woods there. And like I said, if he was facing a Roman army, I reckon that this battle could have been turned around there, because those axemen, I think, would have chopped up a Roman army in the woods especially. Here you can see Scorpion King finishing off the enemy troops with his cavalry. There, you can see I've got my my infantry there. And as I say, I think I can see 2 pike units of Scorpion King's left there. But he hasn't got a lot of troops left either. So the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in this game. A really diverse battle. I think it's one of the most diverse battles I've been in. As you can see, it's an average victory. I would have put money on it being close. You know, looking at Fesen and Antiope lost every unit they had, and the Macedonians had lost a lot as well. Okay, highest kills in the game. Get ready for this. Goes to Scorpion King SR with his Macedonian army. 2,413 kills from Macedon there. So really well done for Scorpion King there with the Macedonian faction. Really good kills there for Macedon. He doesn't use Macedon much these days, but it's nice to see that. Well done to Royer. Got some good kills with his Germanic army there. I was impressed with that army actually. Well done to Naacal. And now if you notice here, can you see that Naacal and Royer have got exactly the same kills? This is one of the reasons I want to show this battle. Very rare to see that. 2 people getting the same kills. And well done to TR. Did well with his Spanish army. got well over 1,000 kills. And well done to Demon. He might be a little bit disappointed there with his kills, but he did take Spartans on head on, didn't he? And that's something that you know, can be difficult there. So well played, guys. My kills, yeah, I thought that's quite good kills there. Quite pleased with that. So yeah, not too bad. Well done to Antiope, got over 1,000 kills. So well done to that SBQR army there. Remember, only 8 infantry. Well done to Fesen. Now, he'll be disappointed with those kills, but remember that was an experimental Britannia army of Fesen, and I think that was the first time he'd ever used Britannia. So, you know, it's all about trial and error, isn't it? And as I say, well done Scorpion King, highest kills in the game with a Macedonian faction there. So, really well played there. That's another reason I want to show this battle, was because of that. If you notice, we got the first and second highest kills, but the enemy got the third, fourth and fifth highest. So we had the first and second, okay, as you can see, and they had the third, fourth and fifth highest kills in the game. So well done to the enemy team there. Now, what about faction advantage here? Okay, so the enemy had Germania, Seleucid, Spain and Rome, okay, and we had Greek cities, Rome, Britannia and Macedon. So I think in all fairness, we did have the faction advantage here. Please put your thoughts in the comments. You know, I'd like to know what you think about that when you look at both teams there. Okay, so as I say, I hope you enjoyed this very diverse battle there. I mean, this is one of the most diverse battles I've been in for a long time. And I want to show this battle because of the great kills that the Macedonians got, plus how diverse this battle was as well. So Spartan Commander saying, I hope you enjoyed the battle, and bye for now.